Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. Fraud. How to protect yourself from it. Yeah, we all know there's this push for digital currency. Thank God our future president, Trump, has said there ain't no way under his watch we're ever going to digital currency, which is a good thing. Okay, there's a big reason why. Have you guys ever experienced identity theft, being defrauded, spam phone calls, spam emails, ever been fallen trapped to that? Okay. I'll give you a quick story. Yesterday, Mrs. P and I had to run into town, a few things to pick up. She stopped at one store, and of course, she goes throughout the store, makes her purchases, and goes up to the cashier. And the cashier says, "What's your name? What's your surname?" She's like, "Why do you need all that?" "Oh, in case you want to return something." She's like, "I'm not giving you that." "Well, I need your email address. I need your phone number." "No, I'm not giving you that." And the lady's like, "Well, I don't think I can make the purchase or make the sale then." And Mrs. P was very simple. She's like, "Get your manager then, because I'm certain your manager would be happy to make the sale. I'm not giving you my personal information," right? So later on throughout the day, I needed to change the oil in the truck. So I stopped at this place I get my oil changed at occasionally when I'm in town. A couple of different places I do it, depends on where I am. And of course, the guy asks me the same thing. "What's your name?" I give him my first name. "What's your last name?" "Not giving you that." "Why not?" "I need to put something in the system." I'm like, "Good, put Smith in." "Well, what's your email address?" "Not giving you that." Everybody wants your information, and they just ask very casually, and most people just blurt it out. "What's your email address?" Blah, 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 blah. "What's your phone number?" Blah, 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 blah. Without even thinking that, okay, first off, what they're going to do is put you on their mailing list, whether it's physical mail, whether it's their marketing campaign emails or texts or whatever it is. So you just fill up your spam box, right? Or throw out more junk mail. Okay. Personally, I don't care about making the post office more money for processing junk mail. Not my business, don't care. Okay. But the other thing that these companies do is they build this database and then sell your information. Okay. Gee, we've got confirmed information. Here's the name, here's the phone number, here's the email address, potentially here's the physical address. They've literally got everything they need, except your social security number, to create an entirely new person. Okay. Not identity-wise, but somebody who's 4'6", black hair, and 23 years old now could have, information on me and pretend to be me. This happens quite a bit. Where do you think these people who are getting fake IDs, i.e. illegals, where do you think their IDs come from? They've got a social security card now. Oh, it just happens to be your social security number. Ain't that hard to figure out what somebody's social security number is, guys. You give out the information constantly. I'll give you this. How many times has somebody asked for the last four of your social security number? Not difficult, okay? Most of the time, you're easy to give that up. Verification on accounts that you have online. Enter your last four, right? The first three numbers of your social security number are based on the state where you got it. So if you're one of those people that still lives in the state you were born, which makes it a little easier for them, they can go through the maybe 3, 4, or 5 combinations to figure it out. All they have to guess is the middle two numbers, guys. There's only 100 numbers to guess. If you gave them the last four, they can figure out the first three. There's only 2 numbers left. Okay. Identity theft is pretty easy that way. Why do I talk about all this? I want you to look at the video that I attached below. It's about 10 minutes long. It's James O'Keefe Media Group, okay, formerly of Project Veritas. We all know the story here of the last couple of days, Kamala Harris raising $81 million, right? Yeah. How is that happening? She didn't raise $81 million. Apparently there was some Swiss billionaire or whatever that wanted to give a whole bunch of money, this is just one person, to her campaign. Swiss, okay? That, let's get into deep state. Let's get into World Economic Forum. Let's get into globalist. We're talking Swiss here, Switzerland. Well, this person can't donate hundreds of millions of dollars. They're a foreign agent. So what do they need to do? Well, they need to launder the money somehow through the United States, okay? So what did they do? They got with Act Blue, your notoriously corrupt PAC for the Democrat Party, who's already been fined numerous times for fraudulent activity in their fundraising. So James O'Keefe went on the Federal Election Commission's page. You can do this yourself, fec.gov. I'd advise you do it. You literally just type in your name and see if any contributions to political parties have been made in your name. It's real easy. Literally, you put in your first name, your last name, you're done. Okay. He found, and in this video that I want you to watch, that there are people that made literally hundreds of thousands of donations of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he goes and knocks on the door and talks to some of these people. Did you donate $270,000? No, I donated maybe $5 or $10 a month or something like that. No, maybe I donated $1,000 over the course of the last year or so. Okay, that's normal. There's a limit on how much people are allowed to donate to political campaigns. Well, FEC record shows that you donated 3 times a day, every day, for the last 3 years to the tune of, $250,000 or whatever it is. And you're standing there, you're looking at this person's house, and you're going, or the person's age, and most of them are retirees, which a lot of us on this channel are. We're the ones being defrauded. They're using our names to donate to, or to launder foreign capital into political campaigns. Now, it's not a crime for you to have it done to you. You didn't do it. But that's a matter of public record. And then you start looking at what happens. If James O'Keefe can get on a website and go look it up, I went and looked up my name. It literally took me 5 seconds. Okay, looked up me, looked up Mrs. P to make sure we weren't being defrauded. Yeah, this is something important because when everything goes FUBAR in November, where's the obvious place that bad actors are going to look to see who caused a problem one way or the other? They're not, again, I'm not saying the government, I'm not saying 99% of the population, but let's look at this lunatic from Butler, Pennsylvania a week ago, or almost 2 weeks ago now. They can go, oh my God, you donated to the Joe Biden campaign or the Kamala Harris campaign or the Adam Schiff campaign or whatever, okay? When you really didn't. And there are going to be, as well as I do, plenty of lunatics out there on both sides that are going to get violent after this election. You need to find out real quick on your own, again, 10 seconds to go look it up, to make sure that there wasn't any fraudulent activity done in your name. Just for this. Okay, this is just this example. But again, you need to check your Social Security number and make sure, you can do this with the IRS, make sure that there's nobody else using your Social Security number. If all of a sudden it says, yeah, we show that you have, $12,000 in income from a job that you had in Spokane, Washington, and you're going, I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that's somebody else using your Social Security number. That happens too. The IRS gets on people because all of a sudden it comes back to you'll get this letter in the mail. It says, you underreported your income. Like, no, I didn't. Here's my W-2 form. This is what I made. No, we have record that you made such and such dollars in such and such place. It's very important to protect your identity. I mean, being digital gray man, if you will, guys. But something as simple as when you go to the grocery store and you get your little discount card, okay, they'll give you the card and the piece of paper to fill out the information. And on there, what do? You put your name, you put your address, you put your email, you put all this information about you, right? And, oh, it's so cool because I get coupons in the mail once a month or whatever. Do you honestly think that the grocery store is really there to care about giving you discounts? They're loyalty cards. That's what they like to call them. There's 3 grocery stores in my area. I have cards for all 3 of them. I'm not loyal to one store or the other store. Whichever one's convenient or whichever one has the best price. I mean, I know which one's got the best prices on meat. I know which one's got the best prices on produce. Depends on what I need in the store. If I need produce, I go to this store. If I need meat, I go to that store. No, it's not loyalty. This is their way of data harvesting. That's what they're doing. They're getting your information. They're selling your information to marketing companies. Your information winds up on the black market, on the dark web. And then it winds up in the hands of corrupt organizations like Act Blue. Protecting yourself is something that people all say they're going to do and don't realize how much information you voluntarily give out. I mean, like I said, it's so simple when somebody says, oh, that's a real pretty sweater you bought. What's your name? You hand over the credit card. On the credit card has your name, so you now have Mary Jones, okay? Oh, Mary, that's a real pretty sweater. Great, can I get your email address? Sure, it's maryjones@gmail.com. Oh, what's your phone number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're like, but I'm going to practice gray man. Really? Because you sure as hell ain't practicing it in normal times. Start paying attention, guys. We're being defrauded. They are stealing our IDs. How do you think all these illegals are going to go to work, guys? 12 million to 20 million of them. God knows how many. Okay. Do you think there are that many jobs picking lettuce out in the field? No. They want jobs in construction. They want jobs in wherever, okay? And they need ID. There's enough crooked people out there that are stealing identification, yours, and giving it to them. And when the IRS comes knocking on your door, or the FEC comes knocking on your door, or whomever else, it's not a matter of 10 seconds going, oh, that wasn't me. I've never lived in Spokane, Washington. No. Now it's up to you to prove it wasn't you. Because remember, the liberal policy has always been guilty until proven innocent. Pinball out.